Hi, my name is Mark Szymanski, and I'm with Soldiers Angels, a national nonprofit organization which works to ensure that our service members and veterans are supported, uplifted, and remembered through a variety of support programs. And today we're continuing our Tribute to Our Hero series with one of our mobile food distribution volunteers from Detroit, Michigan. His name is Pascal Koyton. He's a Vietnam veteran who retired with the Air Force, and I want to welcome you to the show and thank you for your service, sir.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, thanks for taking the time to be with us. And I know that you're a member of the American Legion Joe Louis Post 375, where our mobile food distribution is hosted every month. Can you tell us about how you got involved with volunteering with Soldiers Angels?
Okay, well, when I got on board with the American Legion, you know, they just started having it, and I volunteered, because it is to help the veterans, and they need all the support they can get by me being a veteran for 33 years. Being, like you stated, Vietnam veteran, then I stayed in the active reserves, and that's how I got to do, for 33 years. Although I worked at Chrysler full time, but I also was in the 927 Air Refueling Wing as a reserve. And every time they had an assignment come up, guess who was volunteering? I was. We have an assignment to go to Dakota, Japan for 2 months. We have another assignment to go to Rhodes, Spain or England for 6 months. I was volunteering, so that's how I extended my military service for so long, and I got to do extensive traveling over the world. So I enjoyed every bit of it.
So you got to see the world, and you came back to Detroit to be with your family. I know you have lots of friends and family in Detroit.
Yes, sir.
And what so you're a volunteer, so you're helping the community. Why did you decide to become a volunteer? In any respect.
Well, like I said, I was mainly for the veterans. I'm a veteran, and that was the main reason. To help the veterans, because it's a lot of them out here that are pretty bad off, and some of them are not. But anything I could do to help the veterans, because I've seen them, out here struggling, and I didn't mind at all, jump in and help out.
What kind of response do you get when you're distributing food or working in your community doing other volunteer things?
Well, that's pretty good. With Soldiers Angels, they it's once a month, the second Thursday of every month, and sometimes she have it anywhere from supposed to be around 200 people that sign up, but usually November and Thanksgiving is a heavy month. I might get close to 250. That's a sign up. You can understand. Thanksgiving and Christmas and stuff, and sometimes we don't meet the 200 mark. We might only have 175 or 180 and stuff. And then if there's food left over, I give it to different church groups, that I know in the area and stuff. So it all works out. It's kind of a hectic day because I'm steady busy, and then I also get out there and help too. Like I said, I go open the hall up, then I have to close the hall up, and I got to clean up and everything. And she did get Nicole got a storage unit, which we have in the parking lot, which is very helpful because a lot of the time we can just store stuff in the unit, for the next Thursday or something. So it's been working out.
You sound like a busy guy.
Yeah, it's a full day. Trust me. When I leave there like at 4 or 5 o'clock, I am tired.
Yeah, I thought you were retired.
I know.
You sound like you're working just as hard as you were.
Well, trust me, that day I am, because I jump in and help out, with Nicole, wherever she need me, I kind of do a little bit of everything. Make sure, all the tents are staffed, and, make sure, everything is going along fine. So it'll be a full day, trust me.
Yeah.
By the time I leave there usually around 4, no later than 4, we try to be out of there. Sometimes it might be a little later, but because I had to clean up and stuff, make sure the toilets are clean and you know, you know, all that stuff. But it's all good.
To keep your mind and your body busy in retirement,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
yeah. I go one day, and when I leave here, I go home and I shut it down at home. Just because I'd be tired.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, it sounds pretty rewarding though too. Well, you told us about some of your reserve experience. Can you tell us about your experience in Vietnam?
Oh, do you really want to hear about that?
Sure. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I enjoyed it every bit. Um, I was at Da Nang Air Base, which is was a most northern base in Vietnam to the DMZ zone, and I was a accounting and finance specialist, so I made sure the troops got paid, and and the bills while I was over there, and that's basically what I did. And then also when I was in Vietnam, they had C-Day, which everybody know that was in Vietnam. That's when the military payment certificates was cashed in and reissued because people was forging them and stuff. So it was a big thing because a lot of the Vietnamese had had the military payment money certificates because at the time you couldn't have no greenbacks on you. While you was in Vietnam, you could not have no green money and coins on you on your person. So and when they had this C-Day, it was overwhelming because everybody, you had to turn in your old money to get new money, and a lot of the Vietnamese, nationals had MPC money, they called it, and that was a very hectic day that particular day. And then I would have to go to the hospital, and the medevacs, when they was being flown out from the hospital, I had to go in there and change their money over before they left to go, stateside or somewhere to get medical help. So while I was there in the hospital, some of them couldn't even talk, because they was critically wounded, and I had to do what I could as much, and I, had to talk to them and stuff to see if they had any NPC money and try to change it over, and they had to sign for it and stuff because once they got out of the state, I mean that was money like lost. You might have NPC money, maybe $100, and if you left there, that was $100 gone. So I had to change that money, because they was being flown to England, and, different places for medical help. So I interacted with the a lot of people coming in from the bush, and they, I would try to be sympathetic and stuff, and try to help them as much as I could because they was hurt and wounded and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I kind of I thought it was very rewarding in my sense because I got a chance to see a lot of places, and I also went to other bases while I was there too, other bases in Vietnam.
Wow. Well, it sounds like you have been, a people person for your entire life, working and helping out people.
Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind at all. My reward is God, I got to take care of me because he says, what you do to the least of my brethren, you do unto me. And I'm a Catholic, so that's what I do.
God bless. That's great. So what is it? What does it mean to you to be a veteran?
Uh, I mean, I serve my country.
Mhm.
That's what. Now, like I say, I've seen veterans. Some of them are doing well, and some of them are really struggling. I see it here in Detroit and other places. Where I've gone. Bunch of homeless vets and stuff. And when I go down to the VA hospital, I see them. They don't have nothing. They struggling trying to get medical help and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
that's why I jump in and try to help out as much as I can or wherever I can. And I'm also involved in other organizations, the Tuskegee Airmen. They have a chapter here, the Tuskegee Airmen has a pretty big chapter here. So I'm involved with them, and they help veterans, stuff like that, so, and other organizations that some of them come out. We have a couple of motorcycle groups that, want to help veterans and stuff. when they see the calling and they want to come in and ask, what they can do to help out, stuff like that. Yeah.
Good, good. Well, it seems that supporting veterans is one thing, but I think a lot of people, a lot of veterans gets a lot out of volunteering themselves. And
Yes.
yeah, is that kind of your experience too?
I want to say yes, but it's not, because even on Soldiers Angels, a lot of those people that come in there, they're from different organizations in the city. They have to do community service, like different things, home and loan service, organization. So they have to do community service. So they, come here to volunteer. And I don't have a lot of veterans that you would think it would be more veterans or some veterans that would be there, since we are helping veterans, you think it would be quite a bit more, but it's not. And I don't know what can be done to get it out to the more veterans, because like I say, I'd be there, and I even try to get them to join the American Legion. And I can't even get support to join the American Legion because that's a veteran organization. And I don't know what we could do to get more veterans to come in and help with the distribution.
Yeah. Well, that's definitely something that we can all strive for across the country. I think is trying to get more veterans involved
Yes.
in community service.
Right. So through your, doing this here, is this happened in other places too? That you don't get a lot of veterans that help?
Well, we have 6 food distribution centers located across the country, and we're doing it every month. So it's been going on quite a few years, and it's like you said, it feeds up to 500 family members every month for the food that they can eat for at least a week or so. So getting more people involved is, I think, and exposed to not only the organization but just giving back to their community, I think is a really valuable thing, and that something I think you get a lot out of personally, in addition to what you're providing. So we're definitely always trying to get more people involved, because we think that it helps veterans to become involved and active in their communities.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah.
Well, wrapping up here, do you have any words of wisdom that you would give to the next generation of service members?
Well, that's something I'm kind of focused on myself, to get the veterans that's coming out, try to catch them, as they come out, and get them to join the American Legion and to do things, also with Soldiers Angels. So once a year, they try to do something to that cause. They have a listing and they come out in the state, of veterans that have come out within that year. And I try to get a hold of them, or this listing, and communicate with them, and get them to join the American Legion, and in turn also get them to come and help out with the Soldiers Angels. So that's something I am addressing myself.
Great. Well, Pascal, do you have anything else that you'd like to tell our viewers today?
Well, I'm kind of going by your lead,
Well, you've been a really good sport, and yeah, I know that you're an incredible volunteer up in Detroit, and this has been really interesting, and we really appreciate your service, not only to your country but your continued service to your community. So thank you so much, and thank you for being a part of our Tribute to Our Heroes campaign. If anyone out there is interested in volunteering for mobile food distribution efforts, for any of the other Soldiers Angels efforts, or if you need support, you and your family need support, visit us at soldiersangels.org. You can sign up, you can register, you can talk to people like Pascal who are coming out every month, and you can come out as much as you feel that you can handle. But we definitely appreciate your support and your participation. soldiersangels.org. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Thank you for watching, and thank you, Pascal.
All right. Hey, my pleasure.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right, take care.